Hello, boys and girls. I am inside of Google Classroom, and there is an assignment posted called Letter Challenge. Let's click on that and click View Assignment. Take a look at our scale. Our learning goal is to decompose problems and subproblems into parts to facilitate the design, implementation, and review of programs. We also are to develop an algorithm to solve an assigned problem using a specified set of commands and use peer review to critique the solution. Our focus today will be on review the key features of a digital work environment and the tools required to create, generate, and execute tasks. We will also focus on identifying the basic functions of a digital system, create modifications, analyze, and observe results. Back in Google Classroom, we have this letter challenge instructions. Our task for the letter challenge is to go to this website, vr.vex.com. This is our virtual robotics website. The first program that many web designers and computer programmers learn is to output the message, "Hello World." Our task today, or your task is to program your robot to output the message, "Hello World." Some important notes. At the minimum, you will use the following blocks: to draw, move robot pen down, and not to draw, move robot pen up. Of course, you'll have to use other blocks, but these are the key blocks that you will use to draw or write "Hello World." You will use, in the playground, you will use or select the art canvas to complete this assignment. Your letters do not have to be curved, meaning the O can look like a rectangle or a square. Hello and world do not have to be on the same line, meaning that hello can be on the top with world under it. The letters may not be connected, so there must be a clear space in between each letter. And you make sure that your robot, at the end of the program, is moved so that both words can be seen without the robot covering the words. You must save your work to your computer. You cannot save your work on the VexCode website. You can download it to your computer and then upload it to VexCode VR to continue working on it, meaning that if you don't meaning that you don't have to complete this program all in one setting, you could work on a little bit, stop, save it to your computer, and then upload it back to your computer. You could also upload it to Google Drive if you wish, which might be even safer. That way, if your computer crashes, you won't lose it. The grading scale is down here, and there is a sample of what you have to do in Google Classroom. So let's just go into VexCode and just do a little quick review of what we have here in VexCode. We have this tutorial here. I'm just going to X that out. VexCode, if you notice, is a little bit like Scratch. However, the blocks are different. We have our drivetrain, our magnet, our looks, events. The main blocks the main categories that you will be using will be the drivetrain, looks, events, and control. Other blocks you might want to use to make it more helpful. To kind of help you out with this, let's just draw some shapes. So if I were to go into looks, I will grab the Move Robot Pen down, and let's say I want to draw a square. I would go to Drive Forward, and I'll change this 200 to 400, and I will turn right for 90 degrees, and I'm going to do that 4 times. So I'm just going to go over here to repeat, and I'll change that to 4. Remember, you have to use the Art Canvas Playground. So if I go to Playground, make sure you choose the Art Canvas Playground. I'll make this a little bit bigger, and if I start this, we should see a square. So I've drawn a square. What you have to do is you're going to be drawing letters to create a word, and those letters cannot be attached. So let me draw another square next to this square to show you how I can draw 2 shapes that will not be attached, and that way you can get the idea of how you're going to draw your letters for Hello World without the letters being attached. Inside of Looks, I'll grab this Move Robot Pen down, and I'll attach that to the bottom. I'll change that to Move Robot Pen up. The next thing I'll do is I will go over into the drivetrain, and I'm going to turn my robot to the left, and I'm going to move it forward 100 millimeters, just so that you know you can change these millimeters to inches if you want. I will leave mine at millimeters, and now I'll just duplicate this code for the square and attach it to the bottom. What I'll do is I'll make my square a little bit smaller, so this square will be 250 millimeters. I'll leave the robot pen up and the turn left and the move forward 100 millimeters at the bottom the same. So now another thing that's helpful to get your program to run a little bit faster is these set velocity blocks. Just put those at the top, and if you set your velocity to 100%, that means your robot's going to go at its fastest speed. We'll go back to the Art Canvas. I don't have to click on Playground because I've already selected my Art Canvas. So if I click Start, it will automatically go into the Art Canvas Playground. Well, we noticed there's an error. There's actually 2 errors in this program. So let's go back and figure out what they are. So I'll stop this. Another thing to note out is down here, this reverse circle arrow. If you click on that, that resets your project, and you can rerun it again. I'm going to close this out. So we have a couple of errors in here. The first error is it doesn't turn left, or it does, but it turns left very, very slightly. So what we have to remember to use is, do not use the turn left or turn right block, but make sure when you're turning, you're using the turn left or turn right for 90 degrees, or how many ever degrees you want to turn. So I'm going to change this to turn left for 90 degrees. I'll attach this at the bottom. The second error that we noticed is it didn't draw anything. So we need to make sure that we also add a Move Robot Pen down, and we're going to add that right before that second square is drawn, so that this code should look something like this. So now if we click Start, there you have it. You have a square and another square next to each other. Remember that you're going to be writing a word, Hello World, so you're going to have to figure out, how do I get my word to start over here in the left side of your canvas, and you have to move it over to write the entire word. Once you're done, remember you have to save this project to your computer. You can give it a name up here. I'll just call this Sample Shapes. click rename. You will download this to your computer, so I'll click File, Save to your device. Make sure you know where it's going. I'll just call this Sample Shapes. I'll click Save. And what I want to do is when I am done, I'm going to upload this into Google Classroom. So I'll go to Google Classroom right here where it says Add or Create. I'll click that. I'll click File. I could either drag it from my folder into this area right here, or I can click Browse. And I'll navigate to where I saved that at. I believe I saved that in here. And there it is, Sample Shapes right there. I click there, I open it, and it will upload. Turn in. You'll click Turn in. If you have any questions, send me an email or a comment in Google Classroom.